The UK just banned social media for teens under 16. And in the US, a lot of school districts are banning cell phones at school and even limiting the amount of technology in the classroom, which is kind of interesting since most educational curriculums are digital now. But none of this, though, has taken into consideration the brain and the needs for the ADHD teen. I'm Anne, late diagnosed ADHD, or an only parent to an ADHD teen. Before I say anything else, I want to be clear about something. The fear behind these bans is real. I'm not disputing that. I, as an educator, have ridden in the ambulances with the kids who have harmed themselves because of things that happened on social media platforms. Depression and anxiety in 15 to 34-year-olds in Australia went from 9% in 2009 to 22% in 2022. Social media is designed like a slot machine. It is a fact that has been entered into testimony in court. And ADHD brains, our brains, that is how they are built. They are built to chase the dopamine. We don't have the same braking system. We chase dopamine because that is literally how our brains are designed. The danger is real. Over 90% of UK parents were in favor of the ban in the consultation. I understand why. And here's the part that nobody is asking about. For a lot of neurodivergent teens, that device is the first tool that they have ever been given that actually works to help them regulate their system. That phone is the first regulation tool that has actually ever worked for them. So in that sense, it's a brilliant tool. But if we don't need oxygen all the time, we don't walk around with an oxygen mask on. We use the oxygen mask when we need it. And it's not because the apps are good. It is because the phone gives them somewhere to go when everything else is too loud. It allows them to decompress before they get overstimulated. A space where they don't have to mask, and a community where others understand them and accept them for who and how they are. And I want to be honest, direct research on this is still building. But what we do here clearly is this. 80% of neurodivergent young people in Australia said that the ban would hurt them. 75% said that it impacted them in ways that it doesn't impact neurotypical kids. And the Australian eSafety Commissioner said it herself. The person who enforces the ban for teens who are neurodivergent, online communities can be a lifeline. Lifeline. Her word, lifeline. They ran the experiment. Australia's ban went live in December. By March, most under 16s still had access, and 70% of the teens still on restricted platforms said it was easy to get around. So who actually lost access? The kids who followed the rules. The kids that age verification couldn't read accurately. And the research shows that it makes more mistakes with young people and people of color. And I'm going to give you a personal example. My own child, who has facial hair and a mustache, and his friend, who is Black, who is 2 years younger than him, his friend was passed off as 16 or older, and he was not. And research shows it makes more mistakes with young people and people of color, the ones who need it the most, the kids who relied on those spaces most. The confident, connected kids kept their accounts. The most vulnerable kids lost their lifeline. The outcomes need to be reversed. Amnesty International called it the right diagnosis and the wrong prescription. And that phrase is sitting with me because I think it actually tells us what we should have done instead. And that's what part 2 is about. Follow so you don't miss it. And if you are raising an ADHD teen right now and trying to figure out where the line is with screens in your house, comment inventory for the link to a free tool I created to help you start figuring it out.